Hello, and thank you for joining our introduction to community solar news. To be able to offer an exclusive product that is offered only directly through the utility, that also helps the local economy and the local environment as well by reducing emissions in the air. Community solar is definitely going to be the next big thing, and it's due to legislation that we're able to offer this now in the state of New York. So the reason we're having an introduction to community solar is just so that you can get an understanding of where this came from, why it's in New York now, and kind of where we fit into this whole thing, and what you would be doing as well. After we're done with this introduction, where you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll be able to fill out a jot form to schedule a one-on-one interview where you can get all of your questions answered. We'll go over the biweekly pay and all the juicy stuff that you're going to want to hear. Now we're going to go ahead and dive in, starting off with a short video.
The future of clean energy in New York State is brighter than ever before. Communities across New York are now getting access to solar energy through community solar. They're saving on electricity bills, reducing their carbon footprints, and stimulating their local economy. How does community solar work? The process is actually quite simple. Solar panels are installed at a site in your community. Depending on the community solar project size, dozens or even hundreds of community members can subscribe to a single project. Clean energy generated from the site is then fed into the local power grid. You continue to get electricity from your utility without having to install solar panels on your roof or property. You receive your share of solar credits through your utility, which will lower your monthly electricity bill. What about billing? Will anything change? You'll continue to receive your monthly electricity bill from your utility. As a subscriber to a community solar project, the solar energy that your share produces will appear as credits, lowering your monthly electricity bill. In most cases, you'll receive a separate bill from the solar developer. The credits on your electricity bill will cover the cost of the developer's bill, meaning you'll be paying less than you normally would for electricity. In summer months, the panels generate more electricity, so you will earn more credits. Any unused credits you have at the end of the month will roll over into the following month. When an entire community stands behind clean energy, some pretty amazing power can get generated. Find a community solar project near you by visiting nyserda.ny.gov/findcommunitysolar.
All right, to kind of summarize the video real quick, the old way of doing things was having solar panels put onto your rooftop. You're paying some private company X number of dollars for the system to pay itself off in X number of years. That was kind of the old way of doing it. Thanks to Colorado, they passed the first community solar laws in history and allowed the public to be able to access renewable energy without having to deal with a private company and pay for some outrageous ticket price. Now, the way that the state and the utility measures the actual electricity that's being produced from the new infrastructure is through renewable energy credits. These actually show up on the customer's bills when the customer subscribes to the utility program. And just to let you know, subscriptions to this program are completely free. There's no cost to join this. There's no cost to cancel if you ever move, or if you just wanted to cancel for no reason, like you woke up, decided you hated the sun or something. Now, renewable energy credits are not just something to demonstrate to the customer that has them on the bill. They're actually there to differentiate what's non-renewable and local, and what's renewable and local within the grid, because it's all AC electric. So it all kind of swirls together. It's the same product that the customers have been receiving up to date. The only difference now is that they're going to know exactly where it comes from, and it will be produced local in West New York. And that's what's awesome here. It's local developers local construction workers, electricians, arborists. They're the ones who are actually working on these things. So it provides a lot of local jobs for New Yorkers to be able to build giant, massive solar plants. We do the same thing that nuclear and coal does, and that's just send electricity to the grid. The only difference is that these solar plants actually do not produce carbon while they're sitting and soaking up the sun. It's a lot cleaner method to produce electricity, and it's healthier in the means that lowers carbon emissions in the air. Um, but main thing here, is that it does provide real local jobs and brings even more industry to New York. Now, the reason why we're involved is we're quite lucky. We are Home Solutions. We're an advertising company that started doing this back in the beginning of community solar. And since then, we would have never even dreamed of what it could become. It's been expanding into 20 states, and kind of where we come from is the state of Minnesota. And that's kind of where it all started for us way back in 2009, but we'll get into that in just a few seconds here. Now, our mission statement is we agree to uphold the highest level of sales practices in the industry with the goal of treating every client equally to expand their ideas and drive big business with a dedicated purpose. Those clients would include, but are not limited to, the clients that we sign up for the actual program, the utility that is running the program, the operators that we advertise directly for that are selected by the state, and the utility. Everybody involved in this program is really, really important, and we treat them all equally. And through every practice that we do, we put it on the highest level possible. Now, I'd mentioned earlier that we started off in Minnesota. That was back in 2009. And following our success in Minnesota, we spread into 8 other states. We've gotten first picks in some of the other states as well, but we just don't quite have the manpower to actually cover all of the areas for community solar in the country. The industry itself is expanding far faster than we even keep up with. So, but we are in New York, and I'm going to kind of get into our success in Minnesota. So 90% of all the community solar projects in the state is directly involved with our team, which equivalates to over 15,000 subscribers. That's like 170 industrial solar sites, which actually led to the decommission of 3 real coal plants. Those coal plants were they were transformed into natural gas facilities to back up the solar systems. Definitely one cool thing about working with this company and with the community solar industry is that we're doing solar on a massive scale. So you can see in real time, everything changing for the better. As far as I'm from Minnesota, we're the land of 10,000 lakes, and we're powered by many coal plants. So having all of that, coal going into the air, it stains grain dryers from local farmers, gets into the water, all that good stuff floating around like giant clouds of death in the sky. So that's one good aspect. Every client that we actually enroll into this free program, you're actually helping the environment, and you're actually transforming the way that we produce electricity in the state of New York. Now, one thing that is really good with working with us, this product, even though it's exclusive and high level, it is very, very easy to sell. It does not cost a customer anything to subscribe to community solar. It helps the local economy, creates jobs, and betters the environment. There's no cancellation fees. There's no equipment that they have to install. Nothing changes with their lights or their service. They just get credits for using the green energy systems.